Hi everyone, my name is Vickiana. I am an agent here in Atlanta, Georgia. I remember buying my first house and feeling a little bit of doubt and always that thought in my mind, is this the right decision? What are we doing? Does this make sense for us? So I completely understand the pressure that you're under trying to make the right decision for yourself and your family. And to be honest, even when we bought our second home, I still had those little thoughts that came back into my mind thinking, are you sure that you are supposed to be doing this and that this makes sense? And that's why today I'm going to be sharing the 5 biggest mistakes that first-time home buyers make. And most importantly, how to avoid them and how to move into your home with less stress and more confidence. Let's get right into it. Stay tuned to the end because I am going to be sharing a few bonus tips and a client story that could save you thousands. Mistake number 1 is not getting pre-approved by a lender before you start shopping or looking at homes. The reason for this is because you could fall in love with a home, and if you don't know that you can get pre-approved yet, it can just lead to heartbreak. Not only if you cannot get the pre-approval, but let's say that you want a house that's $380,000 and you can get pre-approved for $380,000, but because you haven't spoke with a bank or you haven't done any research, let's say that your monthly payment is going to be outside of the monthly payments that you feel comfortable with. That is going to be a big hard decision to make, because one of the most important things when you are buying a house, especially right now, is that you want to 100% feel comfortable with those monthly payments that you are making every single month for 30 years unless interest rates drop and at some point you can refinance. But this is extremely important. So you want to speak with the lender, know exactly how much your down payment is going to be, closing costs, your monthly payments, if you qualify for any down payment assistance programs. You just want to get informed before you go into this process of buying a home. Also, if you don't have your pre-approval and you want to submit an offer and there's another buyer that already has their pre-approval and you are scrambling trying to get information, speaking with the lender, you can potentially lose that deal because the other buyer is more prepared and ready to go. Mistake number 2 is underestimating the true cost of buying a home. And this boils down to step number 1. If you speak with the lender, you will get so much information in regards how much you need for your down payment, closing costs, what does the closing cost include, do you qualify for any down payment assistance, how much is your monthly payment going to be. We want to know this information up front, because when I am working with a buyer and we know that your closing cost is going to be $20,000, but let's say that you have $10,000 available to buy your home, we know from the beginning that whenever we submit offers on any home that you like, we need to ask the seller to help us with that $10,000 so that we don't have any surprises later and that you then learn that you need $20 out of pocket and we didn't request any seller concessions because of our competition or whatever the case may be. So preparation is key whenever you are buying a home. Mistake number 3 is skipping the home inspection and skipping other inspections that are necessary whenever you are buying a home. Depending on each particular home, there may be different inspections necessary. For example, if the inspector says, hey, there's a part of the roof that is sagging, we need to have a roofer check out the roof to give us a quote and a good idea of how much that is actually going to cost so that we can either negotiate with the seller but have a good understanding of what is going on, or again walk away if the seller is not wanting to contribute or fix the issue. Okay, mistake number 4 is looking at houses before you are ready. And I say that because you can get all the information that you need by speaking with the lender and follow everything that you're supposed to be doing. But if you are not ready, for example, if your finances are saying, hey, you are not ready to buy a house now, then you need to just prepare, focus on that. This is your goal. Continue to save. Use this as a motivation to get to your goal. But don't buy a house because your friends are buying a house, because your family puts pressure on you that you need to buy a house, unless that you feel ready, that your finances are ready. So here's how you can avoid that. Just how as the first step to buy a home is to speak with a lender. Even if you are thinking that you want to buy a house next year, go ahead and speak with a lender or a realtor so that they can start giving you the right steps and guiding you, and that you can check your credit score. They can always do a soft pull to give you any tips on what exactly you need to do to prepare yourself to buy your home. Those consultations with a lender or a realtor, they are always free, so it doesn't hurt for you to just meet with someone so that you can know exactly what you need to be doing and what you need to be working on to get yourself ready to buy your home. And mistake number 5 is not working with a realtor you trust. I've honestly heard a few scary stories when it comes to working with some realtors, and you need a realtor that cares about your outcome, that has your best interest up front, and that they're not just caring to get the sale or rush you into buying a home, which is a big investment that you are making for the next 30 or 15 years. And you just need to have someone that you trust and that will care about your process and your timelines and your needs and your wants. I have walked my clients through stressful negotiations, scary appraisals, down payment assistance programs. We have done it all. My goal is to always help you understand the process step by step and answer all of your questions. And here's a bonus mistake that I want to go over. You need to ask questions. There is not enough questions that you can ask. There's no dumb question that you can ask. This is a long process, and you need to understand, if you have any little question, this is a big purchase for you. You need to ask the question, whether it is to your realtor or your lender, so that you are 100% aware of what is going on every single step of the way. Here are a few quick fire buying tips that you can avoid once you're buying a home. Number one is, once you're under contract, you are a ton of vision on buying this home. So you're not opening any new credit cards without consulting anything with your lender. Actually, that is my tip. You need to, anything that you do and that you want to buy, purchase, open a credit card, anything, getting a new job, you just want to consult with your loan officer and the bank so that they are aware of anything that is going on with your finances. Your credit score needs to stay the same. I lost a deal, fortunately, during a financing contingency, where one of my clients' credit score dropped before the deal closed. But we always check during financing contingency a couple of days before, hey, how's everything looking? Her credit score dropped during this time below the required credit score, and she wasn't able to get a house. We didn't lose any earnest money, thank the Lord, but you just want to stay on top of it. No late payments at all. Her credit score dropped because she had a late payment on one of the credit cards that was like $15. So just something that slipped through the cracks, nothing crazy. Tip number 2 is that you want to save money. Save more money than what you need just for your down payment and closing costs, just so you can actually have a small emergency fund after you buy the house. Buying a house doesn't have to be overwhelming, especially if you have the right plan and the right people in your corner helping you through the process. That is enough for today. If you have any questions or any experiences that you have had throughout your buying process, please put them below. If you have any tips that you can share with us, put them in the comment section. If you are in the Metro Atlanta area and you are thinking about buying a house or moving to Atlanta, please give me a call. I would love to do a consultation with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video with someone who you know is thinking about buying a house. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.